going to talk about the newest issue of Philosophy Now today. It's the big art issue, and I want to start with reading some pieces of an article on art and morality. You might hear some rumbling noises in the background. That's actually my heater that's making this noise. It's the water in the heater. And now it's quiet, but you might hear it again later. The author found her answer in Virtue Ethics, and she writes that virtue ethics often involves a moral exemplar, which is a fancy term for a role model. Moral exemplars are important because they show us what ethical behavior looks like. This also allows us to ethically disassociate from the personal choices of great artists. For instance, it allows us to sidestep the issue of morality by saying that most artists simply don't set out to be moral exemplars and shouldn't be judged as such. I took a note here and I wrote, but aren't we all in a way moral exemplars to the people around us? And aren't especially people we admire, such as artists, exemplars? I think it makes sense to think that people wouldn't only want to dress like their favorite stars, but be like them morally as well. It's easier to forgive someone a transgression when it's seen set against a pain-stricken landscape. It is much harder to forgive those who appear unapologetic for their personal choices. While I think it is possible to appreciate art made by moral scumbags, that's only because art and ethics are not the same thing. And because they are not the same thing, they cannot be measured in the same way. I want to write a paper about how they are the same things, how ethics and aesthetics are connected, but I still need to do some research on what people have said about this. If you have any good sources, feel free to post them in the comment section next to some academic texts on it in philosophy, and I would love to read it. There is no avoiding the issue. Pretend there is no problem. That's taking a stand. Remain neutral. That's a choice. Profit from the crisis. That's charting a path. Camus inherited the responsibility question as part of a wider framework. Religion or nihilism? Choose one. Religion or nihilism? Choose one. His take. They're both bad. Each makes it easy to avoid responsibility. The dilemma seems odd today. Religion should encourage responsibility. Nihilism, well, the very label has faded. It used to signal that life is objectively meaningless and that all meaning is subjective. Although the word has faded, the perspective lives on in phrases like, it's up to the individual. Whatever floats your boat. Don't make value judgments. Camus had little patience for irresolvable ideological subtleties. His focus was on, what should I do? His answer? Become true healers. Become like doctors. Where there is illness, bring healing. Where there is suffering, bring relief. A day by the stream with Heraclitus. 500 years before AD, there lived a man who said, you see, things are not what we think they are, and whether near or even far, they flex and change are not the same. And Heraclitus was his name. It came to pass one sunny day, he took his children out to play. Back to the stream the children cried, but Heraclitus frowned and sighed. I know to go back would be nice. You can't get in the same stream twice. But there it is, the children said. The water cool above it's bad. We long to feel it round our toes. But Heraclitus scratched his nose. In winter yonder stream was ice. You can't get in the same stream twice. The smallest child began to cry and said, "But Dad, I can't see why. It was ice, now it's liquefied, and there's something else beside. The water running past my toe was there, but then I watched it go." Their mother came upon the scene. "Why, Heraclitus, don't be mean. Just let the kids enjoy their game. The water's changed, the stream's the same. I wash your robe here every week, unchanging watered, make it reek." Then Heraclitus smiled and said, "It all comes clear, just use your head. The bow must move against the lyre. A flint on stone produces fire. Each in one city has his role. All things have parts and yet are whole." "I'll second that," his wife replied, "and all the meals that I provide are made of many smaller parts, flour into bread and fruit in tarts. The heat of fire completes the dish, a transformation if you wish." Then Heraclitus laughed and said, "It must be time that we were fed. The fire that changes parts to wholes has stoked my appetite with coals. And what is clear to any tunes, each meal is eaten only once." A poem by Sarah Rochelle.